Once upon a time, in a paradise known as Eden, lived the first man, Adam, and the first woman, Eve. This wasn't just any garden. Imagine a place where every flower bloomed in perfect harmony, where fruit trees hung heavy with their sweet bounty, and streams sparkled like liquid diamonds under a gentle sun. The air was filled with the soft chirping of birds, a constant, peaceful melody. Adam was its caretaker. He walked through this lush world with a sense of wonder and contentment. His days were filled with simple joys, tending to the vibrant plants, feeling the soft grass beneath his feet, and marveling at the sheer beauty of his home. He wasn't alone. Not really. The animals were his companions, each one uniquely created, living in perfect accord. A lion could rest peacefully beside a lamb, a testament to the harmony that defined Eden. Adam would play with them, a gentle king in a kingdom of peace. But even in this perfect world, surrounded by abundance in life, Adam felt a subtle sense of incompleteness, a quiet longing he couldn't name. God, seeing this, knew Adam needed a companion, someone to share in the wonder of Eden, to experience its joys by his side. And so, in a moment of divine creation, surrounded by a soft, ethereal glow, God formed Eve from one of Adam's own ribs. When Adam first saw Eve, his eyes filled with a wonder that surpassed even the beauty of the garden. Here was his other half, his companion. Eve looked around, her own eyes wide with awe. "This place is magical," she exclaimed, her voice full of excitement. "Together, we can explore every corner." And they did. Hand in hand, they wandered through the paradise that was their home. They tasted the sweet nectar of the fruits, felt the warm breeze on their skin, and laughed as they played with the animals. Every day was a shared adventure, a new memory created in their perfect world. Every fruit we eat, every breeze we feel, Adam would say, it all sings of joy. Their life was a seamless tapestry of happiness, woven with threads of love and discovery. Yet, in the very heart of this blissful garden stood one exception to their freedom. The tree of the knowledge of good and evil was a magnificent tree, its branches reaching towards the heavens, its fruit alluring, but a single command was given to them. They must not eat from it. This one rule hung in the air, a quiet reminder of their obedience. For a time, it was easy to ignore. The rest of the garden offered endless delights, but curiosity is a powerful seed. As Eve would pass the tree, she found her gaze lingering on its forbidden fruit. She began to wonder, what if there's more to discover? She thought to herself. What lies beyond our paradise? The perfect harmony of her world suddenly felt incomplete. The unknown was calling to her. It was in this moment of questioning that another voice joined the whispers of the garden. A serpent, clever and cunning, slithered up to Eve. Its voice was smooth, enticing, planting seeds of doubt. Did God really say you must not eat from that tree? It hissed. Eve, startled, affirmed the command, but the serpent was persuasive. You will not die. In fact, the moment you eat it, your eyes will be opened. You will be like God, knowing good and evil. The words wrapped around Eve's mind, twisting her curiosity into a powerful desire. The fruit, once just a part of the landscape, now seemed to hold the key to a whole new level of existence. She hesitated, her heart a battleground between obedience and the allure of forbidden knowledge. The temptation grew stronger with every passing second. The serpent's promise echoed in her ears. Finally, curiosity and desire won. She reached out, her fingers closing around the smooth skin of the fruit. She took a bite. The taste was new, overwhelming. In that moment, she felt a change, a shift in her very being. Eager to share this newfound experience, she found Adam and offered him the fruit. He looked at her, then at the fruit in her hand. Trusting her, he took a bite as well. The instant he did, the joyful atmosphere of Eden fractured. A heavy tension fell upon them. The innocence was gone. "What have we done?" Adam whispered, his voice filled with a dawning horror. In their newfound knowledge, the first thing they realized was their own nakedness. Shame, an emotion they had never known, washed over them like a cold tide. They frantically gathered fig leaves, trying to cover themselves, to hide from each other and from the sudden, glaring awareness of their vulnerability. The sunlit garden, once their playground, now seemed menacing. Its shadows felt longer, its sounds more ominous. When they heard the sound of God walking in the garden in the cool of the day, they ran. They hid among the trees, their hearts pounding with a fear that was entirely new. Then God's voice echoed through the paradise they no longer felt a part of. "Where are you?" It wasn't a question of location, but of their state of being. Slowly, filled with dread, Adam and Eve stepped out from their hiding place. Fear was written plainly on their faces. "We heard you in the garden," Adam said, his voice trembling, "and we were afraid because we were naked, so we hid." God's gentle questioning continued, uncovering the truth of their disobedience. Adam blamed Eve, and Eve, in turn, blamed the serpent. The simple harmony of their existence had been replaced by a chain of accusation and guilt. "We were tempted," Eve admitted, her voice barely a whisper. In God's presence, they saw not anger, but a profound disappointment, a deep sorrow for the broken trust, even as his love for them remained. The consequence of their choice was inevitable. They could no longer remain in a state of perfect innocence. The gates of Eden, their beautiful, perfect home, were closed to them. As an angel led them out, they looked back, tears streaming down their faces at the paradise they had lost. The world outside was unknown, vast, and intimidating, but this exile, this painful departure, was not just an end. It was also a beginning. It was the start of a new journey, a journey into life as we know it, filled with knowledge, experience, hardship, and joy. It was the birth of the human condition. As they stood outside the garden, the first light of a new dawn broke over the horizon. The world before them was wild and untamed, a stark contrast to the perfect order of Eden. But they were together, though they had left paradise. Their love for one another and their newfound determination would be the foundation for a new world. They would learn to work the land, to face challenges, and to find hope in the midst of struggle. They would experience pain, but also profound love. They would know sorrow, but also the deep joy of family and creation. Hand in hand, they turned their backs on what was lost and walked forward to face the future. And so began the epic story of humanity, an everlasting journey in pursuit of wisdom, redemption, and love.